Namaste everyone. As I've always said time and again, what differentiates Malayalam movies from other industries is when they stick a genre, they make the purest form movie of that genre possible. And Marco is no different. Forget Game of Thrones, forget John Wick series, forget Kill. Marco is the most violent movie I have seen in decades. Ravi Basrur's BGM is brilliant in this movie. I would say it is even more better than the KGF movies. And 50% of Marco movie's success is because of the BGM. It works. It really works for all the action sequences and all the swag sequences of the movie. If you cannot watch gore, blood, and violence on screen, be far away from this movie. Even if you can watch it, be forewarned, do not eat anything in the interval because the climax sequence will give you such a stomach churn that you will throw up whatever you have eaten in the interval. I am not kidding. The sheer imagination of the movie maker as to how many different ways can a human being be killed in the most brutal way possible is totally on a different level. And this is a big compliment to the movie. The styling and swag in this movie, I tell you, it is the most stylish and sleek movie I have seen this year. Marco's swag is obvious. His styling and his dressing sense is definitely very good. But what impressed me is the styling and the dressing sense of the villain characters. Even they are on point. Brilliant. The violence in this movie is both a boon and a bane for this movie. The action sequences are so gory, are so stomach churning. By the time you come to the climax, you become immune to the action sequences and you, in a way, do not get the final punch for the final climax fighting sequences. One logical flaw which I found in this movie is no matter how many times and in how many different ways the villains stab Marco, he always finds the energy to fight back and kill the enemies. It is literally very funny. At least they could have changed the body language of Marco when it comes to the final climax sequence, wherein he could have at least had a limp. No, he fights with infinite energy and he can never be killed. The heroine's character and the subplot of the love story between her and Marco is the weakest link of the movie according to me. There were so many other characters in Marco's life for the emotional payback. Adding heroine to the mix was like giving in for the commercial aspects of movie making. They could have avoided this and it could have been an even more purer form of action movie. Story, I would say 0.75 out of 1. S.S. Rajamouli has time and again shown us that action backed with emotion is a deadly combination for a hit movie. Marco has a beautiful emotional core in the relationship what he shares with his adopted family, and that is a very good base for the story of this action thriller. Screenplay, I would say 0.75 out of 1. Not even for a second I felt bored in this movie. All the three acts, the first, the middle and the third acts, are filled with violence, but still they keep you engaged into the movie. That is a very tall task according to me, and the director has achieved the right balance of pacing, when to pause and when to speed up the action sequences. Acting, I would say 0.5 out of 1. Unni Mukundan has given his all to the role in all the action sequences and also in the few emotional sequences of the movie. Siddiq as the elder brother and Jagadish as the main villain are also very good in their roles. Others are strictly okay, and this movie's script doesn't have any scope for great acting performances by anyone else. Other departments, I would say, is a solid 1 out of 1. This movie is overflowing with technical brilliance. Be it the BGM, be it the action choreography, be it the color grading of the movie, be it the cinematography, be it the weapons, or be it the styling of all the actors. Every department has given its best to the movie. Overall package, I would say 0.5 out of 1. The trailer cut was very well edited, which pikes your interest in the movie. And the marketing was also done, even though in a limited way, as the most violent Malayalam movie, and it worked. The release window could have been better, because December end is usually the time frame where every industry are releasing multiple movies, and Marco has to compete with every other such movie. So my final rating is going to be 3.5 out of 5. If you are a fan of John Wick kind of movies and you are a fan of Quentin Tarantino style of movie making, you have to watch Marco in the theaters. But be forewarned, this movie is not for the faint-hearted. If you like this kind of movie reviews, please do subscribe, as I will be bringing in the reviews and my thoughts about multiple language movies. And please do share your thoughts on how did you like Marco in the comment section. Thank you so much. See you next time.